Hello beginning band students, my name is Mrs. Preslin and I'm here today to show you a thing or two about playing percussion. So if you missed the super lesson or you just need a quick refresher, then you've come to the right place. Now as you probably already know, percussion includes a lot of different instruments. We're just going to focus on the xylophone today because that's what you're going to start on in your lessons, and you're not even going to play any drums until you get to number 53 on the xylophone. So let's start there first. So some of you will have a bell kit. Some of you will have a xylophone. Most of you will have a mini xylophone. It's called a xylophone, and it looks a lot like this, but it's just smaller and the bars are more narrow. It's really easy to set up. All you do is find the black stand and it opens out and then it locks into place, and then you just take the small xylophone and set it up on top of the black stand. That's all you have to do. So let's start by talking about mallet grip. Now this is going to be the same whether you're gripping a mallet or a drumstick or anything you would use to strike a percussion instrument with. So let's start with our dominant hand. Most of us are right-handed. If you're not, start with your left hand, that's fine. Look at the stick, and I want you to kind of visually divide it up into 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to grip it about 1/3 of the way up the mallet. And most of the pressure on the mallet should be with your thumb and first finger. This is called our fulcrum point. And that's going to hold the stick. Now with the other 3 fingers, you're just going to loosely wrap them around. Don't squeeze really tight with them, but they're just there to offer support. Most of the pressure should be right here. Then you want to give your thumb, just keep it bent a little bit and keep it nice and relaxed, and you should have a little hole right here. Try not to do this because that creates a lot of tension and you could hurt your hand. Same thing with the other mallet, and you want to grip them in the same place on both mallets. So make sure you don't have one up here or one down there. They should both match. And then when you go to play, the top of your hand is going to face the ceiling. Try not to do this or this. The mallet should form an angle like this, like a V. And then when you go to play, you're going to use your wrist and move it up and down. Try not to use too much arm motion because that again creates tension. And the key with playing good percussion is to stay relaxed. So you're going to move them up and down like that. Now we're going to talk about where to find the notes. So I'm going to show you the first 3 notes in the book on the xylophone. Now this xylophone's a little bigger than what you'll have. There's just more bars on the top, but you will have these bottom notes. So the first note in the book is called B flat, and that's right here. See this group of 3? It's the 3rd one. And there's some exercises I'm going to show you that'll help you develop this wrist motion and the technique that we just talked about. So let's start with our dominant hand, right hand, or if you're left-handed, start with your left hand. And we're just going to play on the edge of the bar, and I want you to play 8 right hand strokes in a row. Now you would switch hands, go to the other hand, and do left. And then once you've done it the same on both hands, then we're going to alternate and go right, left, right, left, right, left. Now obviously when you play the xylophone it would be in front of you. I'm just showing you this today so that you can see the notes. Next we're going to find the note C, which is not the one here. This is actually regular B, so you're going to skip this one and it starts right here. So you see this group of 2 notes? The C is the first one to the left of it. So we have B flat and then we have C. Again, let's try 8 right hand strokes. 8 left hand strokes. And 8 strokes alternating hands. And when you stroke the note, make sure you don't bring your sticks up much past here, about 6 inches off the bar. You don't want to get it too high or you might miss. Now we're going to show you one more note. This is called D, and D is the one right next door to C. So as you go up, B flat, C, D, it goes up in the alphabet. So this way you can figure out where any note is. And if you forget where the notes are, you can always look them up in your book. There's a picture of a keyboard and it has the letter names on the keyboard. So now let's do the exercise on the last note, which is D. And switch hands. can do this on any note on your xylophone. And the goal for this exercise is to play it without speeding up or slowing down, because as a percussionist, you have to be really good at keeping a steady beat. So I hope you've learned a lot today. All you have to do to take your instrument apart is just fold that black stand back up and you're all set. So I hope you learned a lot. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon.